Good day and welcome to analyst and brokers meet of Indel Money Limited for their upcoming ongoing non-convertible debenture issue. To discuss the company and the issue, we have with us Mr. Umesh Mohan, Executive Director and CEO of Indel Money Limited, Mr. Jijit Raj, EVP and Business Head Indel Money Limited, and Mr. Vivek Vaishnav, Director Vivro Financial Services Limited. Welcome all.
Thank you, Vaspal.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. So, on behalf of the issue management team and the company, I welcome you all for this brokers and analysts meet of the NCD public issue of Indel Money Limited. Um, a little background about the company. The Indel Money Limited is a non-deposit taking, non-systemically important NBFC, which is in the gold loan sector, lending money against the pledge of household gold jewelry. It is currently predominantly operating in the states of Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, and Pondicherry. The company currently has an AUM of close to 500 crore rupees. It is operating in about 191 odd branches as on 31st August 2021. The company is a growing company, and this is its maiden public issue of non-convertible debentures. The object is for onward lending and financing and repayment of other borrowings, as well as growing the loan book. The company is currently raising 75 crore rupees as a base issue, with the right to retain subscription of another 75 crore rupees. The company is currently rated triple B stable from CRISIL. And as far as the issue is concerned, issue has multiple series starting from 366-day series to 71-day series, and multiple investment options which are there. The issue is already on. It has started on 23rd September 2021 and is expected to close on October 18th, 2021. On behalf of the company, we have Mr. Umesh Mohanan, the ED and CEO of the company, and Mr. Jijit Raj, the EVP and business head of the company. I will now invite the management to provide a presentation on the business, and then keep the forum open for any Q&A. Our request would be that if there is any questions, then we would like that you please input them in the chat in the chat box provided, and we'll be taking up the questions once the presentation is done. Thank you, and onward to the company. Thank you.
Thank you, Vivek. Thank you very much. I would like to introduce myself, Umesh Mohan, the ED CEO of the organization, and I would like to welcome all you ladies and gentlemen to the maiden public issue presentation of Indel Money, which is currently ongoing since September 23rd till October 2018. I would like to take you through the management presentation. So it's just to reiterate what Mr. Vivek has said earlier on some of our spread and strengths. We are spread in the 5 states of the south, which is Karnataka, Andhra, Telangana, and Tamil Nadu and Kerala, along with the union
Sorry guys for disturbance. There is some network issue. We'll try to connect to the management in some time. Yeah, sir. We can continue. Sir, we have to start from the
I think
beginning
I
only.
could.
Uh,
Okay,
Mr.
I would. I
Umesh.
would.
Yeah, we have to start from the beginning. Thank you.
Can you
Sorry
hear
for
me
the
now?
trouble. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Loud and clear.
I'm really sorry, all the ladies and gentlemen who are in the viewership panel. I'm really sorry for the technical glitch what has happened. I would just like to rerun you through the management presentation. So, as in continuation to what Mr. Vivek said, we would like to emphasize on our spread. We are spread across the 5 states of southern India, which is Karnataka, Andhra, Telangana, Tamil Nadu, and Kerala, along with the Union Territory of Puducherry. So currently we have around 191 branches with a staff strength of 750 plus, and we are totally digitally driven, where we're having our doorstep lending platform of our own, and we are CRISIL triple B stable rated, and we've got a higher capital adequacy ratio. And to speak more on Indel Money, it's a 35-year-old company which was started by my granddad, who was the first pilot of Bharat Airways. It is to his return to the hometown and his understanding of the last mile financial disconnect for the domestic labor class people which were along with him, is that understanding which allowed him to start this finance organization. And after his passing away in 2010, it's my dad and me who together decided that we shall pursue this under the Reserve Bank of India governed NBFC license and predominantly converting into a company. And I would like to now take you through our board of directors. I would like to introduce you to our Chairman Managing Director, Mr. Mohanan Gopalakrishnan, who is a veteran banker for last 37 years. He's been a banker for last 37 years. He has been heading the trade finance division for international banks in the Middle East. And we've got Mr. N.S. Venkatesh, who is the independent director and the chairman of the audit committee. He is the current Association of Mutual Funds of India CEO, the CEO for AMFI, and he's the ex-ED for IDBI Bank as well as the ex-ED of Lakshmi Vilas Bank. He's a chartered accountant by qualification. We've got the other independent director, Mr. C.R. Shashikumar, who is the ex-deputy managing director of State Bank of India. We've got the other independent director, who's Mr. S. Ganesh, who is the ex-principal chief general manager of Reserve Bank of India, as well as the nominee director, was the ex-nominee director of Reserve Bank of India for UCO Bank as well as Corporation Bank. Currently, he serves on advisory board of Sanskrit University of Mathura and the skill development of Bangalore, as well as he is currently on the board of Sonata Finance too. So we've got the other, we'd like to introduce the other director, which is Mr. Anantaraman, who is a practicing chartered accountant. He is also a chairman of the Finance and Credit Committee of ours. We would like to introduce the other director and the member of Finance and Credit Committee, Mr. Salil Venu, who is an administrative professional. And we would like to introduce our women director, Mrs. Kavita Menon, who is actually in the learning and development, skill development position. I would like to introduce myself, Umesh Mohanan, who is a seasoned investment professional. I've been experienced in heading a multi-billion conglomerate based out of the Middle East, spread in operations right from Europe to Japan. So to emphasize more on the management team, we have got our company secretary, Mrs. Hanna Nasser, who is an ex-Muthoot Vehicle and Asset Finance Limited, and our CFO, Mr. Narayan Pisharat, who has been serving many other companies in the south of India. Now, to take you on through the industry overview of the gold loan market, which is how we would like to emphasize the organized gold loan sector, is to one sector, it is regulated by the RBI, and the other is regulated by the Ministry of Corporate Affairs, where it has got the Nidhi companies. And the regulation of RBI is other again substructured into banks, private and public banks, small finance banks, cooperative banks, and NBFCs. And NBFCs is the space where we fall into. And as you all, everyone know, as every one of you know, that India households has got one of the largest reserves of gold in the world, and rural regions account for nearly 5% of India's household reserve. And the current market size of gold loan is 4.1 lakh crore, and the expected market size for 23-24 is 7.6 crores, 7.6 lakh crores to be precise. And as many of you would be aware on the personal loan market, on its growth, and the MSME loan market, as many of you would be aware with the other companies. We would like to give some key factors on our business. So to come back to 2018-19, we were at an asset size of 229.53 crores, where we had 135 branches and 458 employees. We were CRISIL triple B negative, stable. And 2019-20, we were 336.29 crores with 169 branches, 622 employees. We were CRISIL triple B negative, stable. And 2021, we were 398.8 crores with 183 branches and 763 employees. With CRISIL triple B, stable. Actually, this is the only balance sheet figure. Our total asset under management is approximately near to 500 crores, which includes the securitized portfolios too. And currently, we run around 191 plus branches. So to speak on our product portfolio is predominantly dominated by gold loans. Then we have got the other 10% occupied by the MSME loan, business loan, and personal loans. We've got non-convertible debentures as our liability product and subordinated bonds. We are in 6 states along with union territories. We have got 191 branches, 763 employees to be precise, and income from gold loan falls 89.04% of our income, and income from other loans are 9.8% of our income, and our net NPA is 0.11%. And our key strengths to be speaking about is growing presence across the rural and semi-urban regions in south of India, which is crossing the south of India now, and an optimum mix of long-term and short-term loans to maximize customer life cycle value while minimizing risk. So we are an organization which provides 1 year and 2 year gold 2 year tenure gold loans. We were the first ones to provide the 1 year gold loan tenure for the first time in 2019, and we believe we are the only NBFC in India who is providing a 2 year gold loan tenure. We have a thorough digitalization where we take care of customer acquisition and servicing channels too. And we have a very stringent and prudent internal audit exercise, which takes care of the internal audit process and the auction policies, which all together mitigate all the risks. So in terms of dispersion of loan portfolio, we have got 13.36% of our AUM from Kerala, 4.81 at Andhra and Telangana, Tamil Nadu and Pondicherry having 50.13, and Karnataka having 31.69. And to speak about the branches, we have Puducherry 1 branch, Telangana 10 branches, Andhra Pradesh 6 branches, Karnataka 38 branches, and Tamil Nadu 76 branches, and Kerala 60 branches. We have presence in 5 states and 1 union territory, and we plan to expand our brick and mortar network across the other parts of Indian states. Currently, we are planning in such a manner that in the third quarter, by December, we will be opening 25 branches in Odisha. And by the fourth quarter, we would be opening our branches in West Bengal as well as in Maharashtra, in the rural parts of Maharashtra to be precise. And for the next financial year, we have Gujarat and Rajasthan in our target. So to give some emphasis on the digital initiatives, we have got a doorstep gold loan initiative, which is actually launched on a pilot scale on 2020. And the first pilot has been successfully completed in the city of Bangalore and Cochin. The second pilot is running at Chennai and Hyderabad. And on the successful completion of the second pilot, we would be actually spreading it on a hybrid format in the form of a 2,000 to 2,500 square feet hub support branches, where it would be housing and centralized vault with a centralized audit and a centralized support team for operations, where it would be supporting and housing at least 5 to 6 pairs of staff. So when I say 5 to 6 pairs of staff, it's literally like running 5 to 6 branches from a single location. And we look forward to spread this hybrid branches to the major cities in India, which is over and above our brick and mortar expansion, which I had explained in the earlier slide. And we have got our digital gold loan, so which is basically termed as the IDGL, which was greatly and largely developed and evolved during the COVID-19 and COVID-19 first lockdown. And by this means, it has come to a point that the app can be used. It's an app. The app can be used for all the prepayments and part payments and interest payments, as well as the top up of the loans. And then we've got an Indel eConnect, which is basically a web-based payment system where you can do your interest payments and your part payments, as well as your complete closure of accounts through an eConnect. So with this digital initiatives, we have taken the business to that extent that unlike our competitors, we do not have to have a carpet bomb of brick and mortar branches, because with these digital initiatives, we have literally reduced the population flow of the customers into the branches to a minimalistic extent, so that the customer has to come once only to deposit his gold and the other time to withdraw his gold back. Now, I would like to take you through the key financials. So the key financials show that we have got a current AUM of 398 crores with a net worth of 87.62 crores as of March, and with the revenue of 94.48 crores, where PAT is around 9.49 crores and debt equity ratio at 4.18. So the CAGR is 48.44 in terms of revenue, and PAT has got a gearing of 146.15, and the AUM has got a gearing of 31.82%. So Tier 1 capital adequacy ratio is 19.19, The asset ratio is around 0.76, and coverage ratio is around 1.29, and debt service coverage ratio is 0.15, and the net NPA is 0.11. So if you look, the on and off balance sheets together, taken together, on balance sheet is 398 crores plus the off balance sheet, which is 114 crores. So the key lenders are listed as below. We've got the State Bank of India, the Dhanlaxmi Bank, the South Indian Bank, the Northern Arc Capital, IDFC Bank First, Vivadi Capital, Lulu Financials, Incred Financials, Moneywise, and eClear. These are key financial institutions. Apart from that, we have got current NCDs and subdebts in place. So despite the COVID-19 scenario, we have recorded a strong growth in the NCD and subdebts outstanding for 2021. So in order to speak more on the strengths and strategies, we have long-term gold loan offerings where we offer long-term gold loans to customers, which is just 1 year and 2 year schemes we offer. Although every customer walks into branches with an anticipation of closing his gold loan in 1 or 2 months, but many oftentimes it doesn't happen. Thus, it goes to a point that customer is forced to put his gold for auction by the auction process of the operators. But here we give them an option of holding at a long term, where at any point of time he can release his gold without any pre-closure charges and just paying the interest till that particular point of time. The digital initiatives such as digital gold loan and the digital platform has put it in such a manner that we started covering the business class people who still feels a bit difficult to come to the gold loan branches to avail the gold loan. We virtually take our branches to their doorsteps and we provide the service over there, where the gold appraisal to the digital onboarding of the customer takes place on their doorsteps in terms of approval and acceptance through OTP systems and email confirmations. And we have an experienced management team and skilled personnel. We have a growing branch network in the semi and urban areas in South currently and crossing borders now. Advanced technology architecture and established processes. These are our key strengths. And key strategies, we have a focus on rural and semi-urban areas. Basically, it's tier 2 and tier 3 cities. And we have got a unique product perspective, which we will help us in believing penetrate markets where customers benefit out of the long tenure loans. So this is again rephrasing the same lines what I had said in the previous slide. We basically provide only 1 year and 2 year schemes, and we allow the customers to close the schemes at any point of time whenever they require before the tenure, before the maturity of the tenure, by just paying the interest till that point of time without any pre-closure charges. So basically, we would like to provide the customer with long tenure schemes, unlike the competitors, by just populating them with 3 months and 6 month scheme, which drives the customers in such a manner that he has to come up with the principal as well as all the interest towards the end of a shorter tenure of 3 months and 6 months, where incapability of such so will result in the auction of his gold. So basically, we are reducing the probability of a customer's gold being auctioned at our end in comparison to the probability of getting his gold auctioned at the competitor's end. So there's a continuous improvement of the operational process to focus on expansion in less penetrated and markets in eastern and northern India. So we intend to widen our footprint by 2025 to 405 branches across 11 Indian states in terms of our brick and mortar expansion. So now I would like to take you to the NCD public issue which we are running, which has basically started on September 23rd and closes on October 18th. So the lead manager is Vivero Financial Services. The registrar is Lincoln Time India Private Limited. The debenture trustee is Vistra. The nature of instrument is consistent of secured and unsecured. It is getting listed in BSE and the credit rating is BBB stable. And the issue open date is 23 September and closing is 18th October. We have a base issue size of 75 crores with a green shoe option of 75 crores, making the overall issue size to 150 crores. The coupon rate ranges from 9.25 to 12%. So these are basically the rates what we have. We have a 300, the option one is 366 days, which is monthly. It's at a coupon rate of 9.25. And we've got the same 366 days running at a cumulative. And we've got an 18 months option number 3 monthly, which is run at 10.5 coupon rate, and at a cumulative scheme 2 at option number 4, and option number 5 for 36 months running at a coupon rate of 10.75, option number 6 again a 36 months coupon at annual of 10.75, and option number 7 at 36 months at a cumulative rate. We've got option number 8 at 54 months monthly at a coupon rate of 11%, and we've got an option number 9 at a monthly rate 61 months at a monthly rate of 12%, and option number 10 at 61 months at an annual rate of 12%, and option number 11, which is 71 months of a doubling scheme. So you could get all the brokerage rates and all these rates from our merchant banker, which is Vivero. And for any other questions, you can contact us on these addresses and contact details provided in the slide. And we are open for questions right now.
Yes, some of the questions, Bastava, if you could.
Yeah. So we will start with the questions. First question we have from Mr. Surendra Sharma. So the question is, brokerage is very less in comparison of other gold loan NCDs. Is there any other things what brokers is not giving to sub brokers? I am with SMC.
I thoroughly believe, Surendraji, that our brokerage is quite competitive in comparison to other gold loan customers. Since you have said this, I think I would have to relook into it, because after discussing with many brokerage houses, we have finalized on our brokerage structure, and we believe that we have made it competitive enough, and your view surely would be taken into consideration, and we would have a view into it.
Okay. Next question is from Mr. Nilesh Karani. So he's asking, this is a private company, so is this NCD secured and who are trustee for the same?
So we have bought in a combination of secured and unsecured. We have left it to the option of the subscribers, and the trustee is Vistra.
And it's a public limited.
Okay.
And it's a public limited company. It's not a private limited company.
So next question is also from Mr. Nilesh. What would be the coupon rate for the NCDs? That I think
I have presented the coupon rates in the earlier slides, and over and above that, it is available at the public domain portals and including our websites too.
It ranges from 9.25 to 12.43, spread across 11 series.
Okay. Next question is from Ms. Karuna Sharma. Is there any plan for pan-India presence?
Okay, as I would like to retract my statements again, what I have given in earlier slides. So a bit more going on a detail onto it. Our expansion is going to be in two formats. One is going to be the brick and mortar format, which is the conventional and traditional way, where we have said that we're coming up with 25 branches towards this third quarter, and that means by December in Odisha. And by Q4, we would be entering into West Bengal as well as the rural areas of Maharashtra. And Q4, we are targeting in locations in Gujarat and across Rajasthan too. So this is our brick and mortar format. Apart from that, I did speak about digital hybrid format, where we will be bringing our gold loan doorstep specific support hub branches, which is going to be a 2,500 square feet area with a centralized vault and a centralized audit and a centralized operation team, housing at least 5 to 6 pairs of sales staff. So basically, it's going to be 5 to 6 branches operating out of the hub, and these hubs will be placed at all the major cities in India. So these are the two types of expansion what we're having in plan.
Okay. So next question is, I think you have explained the expansion plan, so we can skip this. Next question is from Mr. Rajan Pillai from UBS. How come your coupon rate are so high?
The first and foremost reason for our coupon rates being high is because it's our first maiden public issue of NCD. So we would like to have a good traction in the market, and we would like to make us more attractive in our maiden issue. And I don't believe, or I don't think we would be having such attractive coupon rates in the similar scale for our coming public issues.
So next question is from Mr. Roberts. What is the breakup between digital and branch transactions?
So the digital traction is coming in nearly around 30%, and it is on rising on month-to-month basis.
Okay. Okay. Next question is once again from Mr. Nilesh Karani. Any particular reason for last year's bumper profits? Kindly throw some light.
So last year's bumper profit is something. It is basically the fruits of the strategic implementation which we have been doing since last 3 financial years. So we've been working on different perspectives. One is on the HR perspective, on in terms of the culture of the organization, in terms of the perspective on dealing with the different hierarchy levels within the organization, and also the perspective of our team towards the customers. So to basically give you one example, we basically inculcate a culture amongst our team saying that anybody walking past through in our doors is a person with a problem. We don't have happy customers coming to us. We don't have anybody coming happily to pledge gold with us. So we can only create satisfied customers. So this is one of the elements which we use in our HR perspective. Then we have our branch placement perspective, which where we place our branches, how we do our market analysis and place our branches. And the third perspective is the product perspective in terms of giving unique products to the market. And basically, we do the same thing what the other gold loan companies do, but in a very different manner. And this unique proportion of placement of strategies have helped us in our bumper profits last year. And we do expect that to continue in the
Okay.
coming years too. I think I
Next
have
question
answered
is
this.
from yeah. The next question is from Mr. Saurabh Gupta. You have a triple B rating of the company. When do you feel the next rating will be on upper side?
So, to speak on the rating history, we have been with CRISIL since the beginning, and last 5 years we have been continuously rated by CRISIL as triple B minus. Although we had other agencies offering us a higher rating, since we have got a very strong and a stringent board along with us, our board had decided that we'll stick to CRISIL itself. And this financial year, amongst the very few NBFCs CRISIL has upgraded, we were one of the fortunate to be upgraded. And we are envisaging to have at least one notch jump in the next rating cycle.
Okay. Next question is from Mr. Rajesh Gupta. He's asking quantum of gold sold due to no payment of EMI and what has worsened in the Q1.
Our quantum of gold loans taken to auction is quite less. We have less than a crore or near to a crore only, to be, around 70, 76 lakhs to be precise. I had given the reasons of lesser auctions for us in the business case presentation itself. Because one thing is that we run longer tenure schemes, 1 year and 2 year schemes. And second is that we have a hand holding exercise, what we run here for the customers in terms of educating them on the pros of remitting interest on month to month basis rather than promoting them for a bullet payment of interest and principal towards the end of the tenure like many other competitors do. So this sort of hand-holding exercise has helped us in collecting at least 65 to 70% on month demand, whereas industry average of collection is between 25 to 35%. So that is one of the major way how we keep away from auctions.
So next question is also from Mr. Rajesh Gupta. Why CAGR is low at below 20%? Are we planning to raise some perpetual debts or Tier 1 capital looking at your expansion plan?
We would be expanding our Tier 1 capital with, we have a target of expanding our Tier 1 capital immediately with approximately around 40 crores. And apart from that, we would like to let you know that our Tier 2 capital is near to 50 crores at current date.
Next question is from Mr. AKM. Uh, Gold loan considered to be low NPA as security is high. Is it true? I think it's
It is very much true, but the reason for NPA is not of the high security. I believe that is the thought process of an average Indian, because we have learned it from the first lockdown, from our experience in the first lockdown, that an average Indian would rather miss his one housing loan EMI or one vehicle loan EMI, and rather would like to remit the interest for the gold loan and try to retrieve his gold loan from going to auction, because there is a lot of emotional connect for an average Indian to the gold ornament, to be precise, because most of these come either through inheritance or through marriage.
okay. Next question is from Mr. Akhil AKM only. Do you see any risk in gold price downside considering the good performance of equity market across the world?
In terms of the speculative part of it, I feel the gold price is going to be standing saturated for a couple of months more. And in terms of the gold price volatility, we as an organization, we have something unique to ourselves, which is known as the mark-to-market watch, which runs on a day-to-day basis and an account-to-account basis, which basically this is an inheritance, what we have got from the failure of our competitor companies towards the gold price fall in 2013. So that's what gave us the inspiration to come up with this system. So this mark-to-market watch system is directly connected to the contract which we make with our customer, with the clause that at any point of time the total outstanding of the loan reaches 90% of the current metal value, there is a margin call, and at any point of time when the total outstanding reaches 95% of the current metal value, there comes an auction process. So this is how we protect our investors towards the volatility of the gold.
So next question is from Mr. Roberts. So what is the total AUM? I think we just
Total AUM,
wanted to know.
it is near to 500 crores.
Okay. Next question is also from Mr. Roberts. Why Kerala is having higher number of branches, whereas there is only 5% businesses coming from the state?
So in Kerala, we had around 89 branches earlier. So as a part of our consolidation strategy, we have brought it all the way down to 60, and we have retained only profitable 60 branches in Kerala.
Next question is from Mr. Roberts once again. What is the total quantum of gold do you have currently?
Total quantity 144 tons. I'll just get you the details.
Sure.
Yeah, we have around 1,500 kgs with us.
Okay, okay. Next question is from Mr. Rajesh Gupta. Being rated below investment grade triple B minus, the coupon should have been higher. Any comment, and have you ever witnessed any liquidity in serving the debt? What is the cost of debt overall, and who are our lenders?
to be precise, our current rating is triple B. And as I had said earlier, that we were triple B minus throughout last 5 years with CRISIL, and at stable position itself. So we had, as per CRISIL, they were evaluating us throughout the Kerala floods, number one. They were evaluating us throughout the demonetization, throughout the GST implementation, and throughout the Nipah outbreak in Kerala, and throughout the first lockdown due to the COVID-19, and the second lockdown due to the COVID-19. And we have proven our resilience to the rating agencies in terms of serving our debt well in time and with ample liquidity into us. That's one of the major reasons we have got upgraded in this financial year to triple B from triple B minus, and we are at a stable position. And the average cost of debt is around 11.4% on average, and the lenders I had explained earlier in my earlier slides.
Okay. Next question is from Harsha Randavi. You have so much loan. Do you pledge the gold to the bank? If yes, then what rate banks are charging?
We don't do that process. So we hold all the gold at our vaults, at our particular branches itself. The principle of our business is that at any point of time, the customer comes to our branches and pays the money, he has to get his gold back in an instant. And this, we don't believe it's a healthy practice to go and do a back-to-back pledge of the gold, since we ourselves are pure gold loan providers to the public.
Next question is from Harsh only. You have, I think they repeated. You have so
I think we have.
it's the same. It's a repeat question. Next question is from Mr. Rajesh. So, what is average LTV and ticket size?
The LTV, the maximum LTV, which is as permissible as by the RBI, is 75%, and we stick to that maximum 75% LTV limits. And our average ticket size swings between 75,000 to 85,000 rupees.
So, next question is from Mr. Roberts. What is the average tenure of your loan and what is the average prepayment ratio?
So we have seen our average prepayment ratio, average tenure, and average tenure is somewhere between 11 to 12 months itself, if you look at the total portfolio.
Next question is also from Mr. Roberts. What is the average gold you kept at your branch?
It depends on the size of the branches of size of each branch in terms of the AUM what they hold. We have branches ranging from AUM from 10 crores to 1.5 crores.
Okay. So this was the last question. Any participant who wants to ask the question, they can type in the chat box and we will get it answered from the management. I think there is no further question, so we can hand it over to Mr. Vivek for the closing remarks. Mr. Vivek, over to you.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you to the management for answering all the questions. And sincere thanks to all the friends who actually come and participated in this conference. One quick note from our end that the issue is already on the non-convertible debenture issue. It has both secured and unsecured instruments. And the issue has started on 23rd September and it is expected to close on 18th October 2021. So we look forward to your wholehearted support in making the issue a grand success. So thank you so much.
Thank you all. Thank you
Thank
very
you all.
much, and looking forward to support.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Umesh. Thank you, Mr. Jijit. Thank you, Mr. Vivek, to
Thank you.
enlightening the audience. Thank you.